my friends, it's Miss Amy. I hope you're having a great day and a great evening. And tonight, I would like to do a little sensory video for you to show you some of the things that we may use in our calm sessions if we see your kids in their preschools. Excuse my dog who's drinking water in the background. And I'm going to show you some things that I use, and then also I'm going to show you some things from around the house that you can use that are a great replacement, because we don't need to spend a bunch of money to get a bunch of resources that we can make at home or use from things we have at home already. So this is our Conscious Discipline breathing icon sheet. And typically when we come in, we start with deep breathing. And this is just one example of a lot of deep breathing exercises that we do. And this is a great paper because it shows on the back how we do the exercises. And the kids in our classes that get calm lessons really know how to do these. So our star, to help us to calm down, we stop and smile. We take a deep breath in, and then we relax. So a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth is the most natural, and the kids really love doing it. Next is our balloon, pretty much everyone's favorite. So for our balloon, we reach our arms as high as they'll go, high, high, high. Take in one more sip of air through our nose, and then we let it all down. The kids love to do that and fall on the ground. Any release of energy helps at school or at home. If they feel like they're a little anxious, nervous, upset, tired, a release of energy is a great way to help us to start to settle down. Our drain, we take our arms forward and squeeze our hands, but not our face. We keep our face soft, put all of our energy into our hands. Deep breath in. And when we let it down, I tell the kids, shake it out like you're shaking water out of your fingers. Any little release of energy. The last we have is our pretzel. So we take our arms wide. We wrap our arms around ourselves. We give ourselves a tight squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out. We say, I love myself. So important. Whenever we want to squeeze someone else too hard when we're upset, I always tell the kids, you can never hurt yourself by squeezing yourself too hard. So we grab a hold of ourselves and squeeze. We can close our eyes. Take some deep breaths. Sometimes we count to 5, we count to 10, we count to 20. We take as many deep breaths as we need before we hit or throw toys or scream when we need to let our energy out. So these are some of our breathing icons that we do. Next, we do a lot of things with stress and squishy balls. This one just has glitter in it, and this one almost has like little Orbeez in it. Now, you definitely don't need to have these balls at home to use this. A tennis ball works great. There's lots of different things from around the house that we can give a squeeze so that we don't squeeze someone else and hurt them. These are things we can't hurt. Of course, Play-Doh is always great. Here's just some little Play-Doh that's been rolled into balls. It just feels really good to squeeze something in your hands. Squeeze, breathe in, breathe out. This Play-Doh almost smells like it's scented. It smells really good. There are a lot of recipes on YouTube, or we Google, to make Play-Doh at home with things that we already have in the house. Here are some essential oils. That's some peppermint oil. There's some lavender. Sometimes we just pass these things under our nose when we're concentrating on the way something smells. If it's pleasing, then sometimes that can help settle our nervous system down a little bit. Lemon oil, also great. And you can scent Play-Doh with these if you make the Play-Doh. This is obviously for kids that are around 4 or 5 years old that know not to eat the Play-Doh or to rub their eyes. The oil I don't ever put on their hands. I just pass it underneath their nose so they can smell it. The peppermint oil and the lemon oil are great to wake up wake up and maybe help us focus. And the lavender is something that's just kind of relaxing and it takes us down a little bit. So any little oils or anything you have around the house, also great. This is our Calm Cream. This can be any cream at all, any lotion. Rubbing lotion on our hands and kneading our fingers like that while we take deep breaths, doing our arms, doing our legs. The kids really love that. And I always encourage them to go home and ask mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle to put a little bit of Calm Cream in our hands, and then we rub together. Just smell the smell goods, and the feeling of the Calm Cream can help settle us down. This is one I believe that Walmart and Amazon sell. Make sure that the cream doesn't have any nut oils in it. Sometimes there's almond oil or things like that, with so many kids having peanut allergies and nut allergies. We just really try to stay away from that. So just read your ingredients if you want to use those at home. This is our little sensory knot, and you can put your hands in here, give it a little squeeze, give it a tight squeeze, and this gives your hands kind of a little hug. Again, this is something that I use. A perfect replacement for that at home is a pillow. Does the same thing. We can squeeze it. We can take some time to relax, take a breather. I always tell kids, grab a pillow and squeeze that. Grab maybe your favorite stuffed animal or two. These are vintage. These were mine when I was little. As you can see, Snoopy's head's about to roll off because they were very well loved. If we give our favorite stuffed animals some tight squeezes and we breathe in and out, sometimes we need to close our eyes. Then we don't squeeze someone else too hard because we're squeezing our stuffed animals. So these are just a couple of examples of things that we use in our calm sessions to help refocus and calm. And I really encourage you to find things around the house. Like I said, tennis balls work just as well as these, or we can make Play-Doh, use Play-Doh, any kind of kinetic sand or foam if you have that, where you're able to use it, are fantastic. Squeezing pillows, favorite stuffed animals. Sometimes we just lay down and take a little something like a sensory ball. We hold it on our tummy and take some deep breaths in and out. Can do that really with any little toy or item. Kids like to see their stomachs rise and fall with the toy on their stomach, and then it helps us focus our energy on that and maybe be able to settle down and talk about what's bothering us. I hope this little display and demonstration gave you some fun and quick and inexpensive ideas of things to do at home. Also, if you Google, there are a million different deep breathing exercises. All of them are excellent, and I really encourage you to practice them with your kids and encourage them to do them as well. But I hope you found this helpful. I wish you all well, and as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to us at the Calm team through HCC, and I hope you have a great night.